Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. In this report, we're diving into Netcapital Inc. Its latest filing, and let's just say there is a shake-up at the top and some interesting new deals brewing. Almost like a corporate soap opera. Before we jump in, if you love digging into the real story behind the headlines, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord where we break down these filings even further. Link is in the description below. So what we have here is a Form 8, which is basically a current report filed when a company has to announce important events that shareholders should know about right away. Think of it as the company shouting out big news. For Netcapital Incorporated, this filing is from the 3rd of December 2025, and it is packed with some significant developments. Let's get straight to the biggest piece of news, an asset purchase agreement. Netcapital Inc. has agreed to buy a chunk of Rivets Corp, specifically related to their Rivets network. Now, what is the Rivets network? It is all about combining hardware security with blockchain technology for mobile devices and other computing gadgets. Imagine super secure phones thanks to blockchain. Netcapital is paying for this by handing over 950,000 shares of their own common stock. They're also taking on some of Rivets' debts, but there is a cap on that, keeping Netcapital from being overloaded with all of Rivets' past issues. This deal also comes with typical promises and restrictions, like Rivets agreeing not to compete with Netcapital for a while after the deal closes. It seems like a strategic move to bring in new technology. Next up, we have a change in leadership. Martin Kay, the Chief Executive Officer, has stepped down. He has signed what is called a separation agreement, which outlines the terms of his exit. He is getting a severance package equivalent to 3 months of his salary, which amounts to about $98,750. What is interesting is that all his stock options are now fully vested, meaning he can exercise them for the next 4 years. He is also going to stick around as a consultant for the company for a year, earning an extra $10,000 a month. This suggests a smooth transition and keeping his expertise available. And who is stepping into the CEO's shoes? Rich Wheelis. He has signed an employment agreement that starts on the 7th of December 2025. For a 12-month term, his base salary is set at $180,000 annually. He'll also be eligible for bonuses and stock options, though these will need approval from the board and shareholders. He is also entitled to the usual benefits like sick leave and participation in company retirement and health plans. The agreement outlines various termination scenarios detailing what happens to his compensation and benefits depending on the reason for departure. There are also non-competition and non-solicitation clauses to ensure he doesn't immediately set up shop next door or poach employees or clients. Let's dig a bit deeper into Rich Wheelis. 46 years old, he brings over 2 decades of financial and management experience. He was most recently the CEO and CFO of Parcel Pal Logistics Incorporated. Before that, he had stints as interim CEO at Enrich Media Group and CFO at TAL Distributed Information Technologies Incorporated. Interestingly, he also served as CFO of Rivets Corp. Since 2014, the very company Netcapital is acquiring assets from. This gives him intimate knowledge of the technology Netcapital is gaining. He holds an MBA and a Bachelor of Science in Finance. It is also noted that there are no special arrangements or relationships between him and existing directors or officers, and no undisclosed financial interests in any company transactions. The company is also bringing in a new general counsel, Kevin Kilduff. He is 59 years old and has extensive experience, having been a senior partner at his own firm, and previously a partner at several well-known law firms like Foley Hoag, LLP, and Burns & Levinson, LLP. His compensation includes a base salary of $60,000, eligibility for bonuses, and a significant grant of restricted stock. He is receiving 1 million shares of the company's common stock as a restricted stock award. These shares will vest on the 15th of March 2027. But the number that actually vests will depend on the company's revenue between February 2026 and January 2027. If revenue is below $900,000, none of it vests. If it hits $1.5 million or more, all of it vests. This is clearly designed to incentivize him to boost the company's financial performance. This is an interesting incentive tied directly to revenue growth. Similar to the CEO, there are no disclosed special relationships or financial interests for Mr. Kilduff. To wrap things up, on the 8th of December, Netcapital Inc. issued 2 press releases. One announced the appointment of Rich Wheelis as the new Chief Executive Officer, and the other detailed the inducement grant to Kevin Kilduff. These press releases are included as exhibits to this filing, essentially formalizing the news that we've just discussed. Now, looking at the bigger picture here, Netcapital Inc. seems to be making some bold moves. The acquisition of assets from Rivets Corp suggests a strategy to integrate new technology, possibly to enhance their own platform or offerings. especially given Wheelis's prior experience with rivets. The leadership changes with Kay departing and Wheelis coming in signal a potential shift in direction, or at least a new captain at the helm. Wheelis's background makes him a logical choice given his connection to the acquired technology. The significant stock grant to the new general counsel, tied to revenue targets, is a strong signal that the company is focused on growth and wants its key personnel directly invested in achieving financial success. The risk here, as with any acquisition, is integration. Will the Rivets network technology mesh well with Netcapital's existing operations and with new leadership? Will the company's strategy evolve in a way that benefits shareholders? The revenue-based vesting for Kilduff stock award is a clear sign that the company is under pressure to perform financially, and they want their key people thinking about the bottom line. If revenue targets aren't met, that significant stock award could be worth much less, creating a potential risk for their new general counsel, but also ensuring accountability. Overall, Netcapital appears to be actively reshaping its business and leadership, with a clear emphasis on technological advancement and revenue generation. It will be interesting to watch how these changes play out in their future financial reports. Alright, that is our breakdown of Netcapital Inc. Latest filing, what is your take on these new deals and leadership changes? Do you think Wheelis is the right person to steer the ship? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out our Discord in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.